I'm on YouTube. Every time. Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to another Dungeons & Dragons stream, this time on the YouTube. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go check out our Twitch channel where we have our other D&D game that we play, and that's the Wildmount campaign, made famous by Critical Role, and our adventurers are having fun over there. Today we are doing Star Wars 5th Edition Dungeons & Dragons in my own machination world that I've created for our lovely players. I'm your host, Ranger J1999, your Dungeon Master, and basically, slayer of people, and we are here to play Dungeons & Dragons. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Joining me, we've got Devil's Treasure, we've got Corinth, we've got Teals, we've got Grim the Mechanic, we've got the lovely Maz Kanata, and we also have Johnny M, and last but not least, my heterosexual life mate, Dr. Finn Medicine Woman, the Troll Extraordinaire.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Major
I'm saying hi for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
From the panel to everybody out there, hi.
Hello.
Make sure you hit the thumbs up on that incredible response from Finity. Yeah, we are monitoring chat, but when we're playing Dungeons & Dragons, yeah. It's kind of hard to see the chat, so you can put all the comments you want in there. Just be cool, and you can say whatever you want. But we're not really reading chat per se. We're mainly focusing on the game. We'll play for a couple hours today. Just get back into the flow of the Star Wars game. It's been pretty difficult. People's schedules and stuff have been kind of difficult, so it's been a while since we played it. So bear with me while I try to figure out where the hell we're at. I have my notes, but they're garbled and poop. Let's see here. Last we left our heroes, they had gone on their mission to the 7th Fleet, yes, and got some support there, and then they made their way back because they had their big meeting with Commander Geron, the droid engineer and military liaison for all engineering software or droid design for the Chistith Empire. It was now that time, a week has passed, and they were finally getting their introduction to him, showing the new facilities that were created for Johnny Mill, your character. I'm going blank here. As I said, it's been a while. Vornu, sorry. Sorry. I get a little bit of leeway here. And so showing around, and you guys had a wonderful meal, and everything was there, and your boss there, Janessa Babar was there. Your Grand Admiral, your big boss, your Moff was there, and so after dinner, you guys had gone. He had a special surprise, and when he went to see the surprise, it was one of those new droids he was showing you to earlier. He just brought one here for you to actually get to see in action. So he brings in the droid, unveils it with his assistant, who's with him as well. A couple of, so they unveiled the droid and turned it on and was demonstrating how it works. All of a sudden, gave it a command, it didn't work. Tried to give it a voice command, didn't work. Tried something else, was looking at his data pad. All of a sudden, the eyes glowed red, looked at him, and fired. So, the droid fired, and you see Gerard get hit in the shoulder and go spinning out of control. And that's where we left off. And I tried to find a nice map to highlight this on, but unfortunately, what happened to my map? Is it here? Let me look for it. I created something. Yes, I did. Okay, so let's move the players over there. Yay!
You know us, we're good with the box and squigglies. So.
That's all. I really tried to find like a research station or something. I had nothing, so I had to basically just draw this by hand. So apologies for the crudeness of the map. I really looked for.
I love it.
This is perfect.
I like it.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, I want it to be perfect. I wanted to have all the bells and whistles. Shut up! You're ruining my moment.
I was gonna say Bob Ross would be proud.
No, he wouldn't. He would slap me with his paintbrush and beat the devil out of me.
It needs a big tree going right through the middle of it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe a cabin off to the left.
Yeah.
A mountain.
That's only special occasion.
Little clouds.
All right,
That's
so
only
let's
special
highlight
occasion.
where everything is. This is where this is Gerard. That's his assistant with him here. And then over here is a Grand Admiral. I couldn't find an actual female Grand Admiral that I could find as a token, so I just as a place marker. Don't mind the Super Commando droid or stormtroopers on there. They will come to the foyer soon enough. So, if I remember correctly, just place your characters around. I think a lot of you were staying over there with Babar. I think Vornu, you were over by Geron.
Yeah, I'd say I'd probably be somewhere around there. But I guess
everyone else is over there by.
since he gets shot.
Yeah, everyone else is over by here. So place your tokens down there. You would be right next to the Grand Moff. So if you move your character token next to there. Closer.
I'm trying. Roll 20 is being difficult. 1 second.
Everyone should be closer. Don't be shy. You're next to your boss. Let's not dick around here. It's amazing to watch the players try to learn how to use Roll20. This is our today's episode. Huzzah!
The first part of combat, knowing how to move. Step 1, click. Step 2. Step 3, profit.
It's not
Step
wrong.
4, make a doot 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 noise. Doot 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 doot.
I know that was basically DTs the entire time, like doot 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 doot.
All right, that was a free action. All right, so we need to roll initiative. Everybody roll initiative. And when you do it, make sure you clicked on your token. Because if I have to...
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, so if you haven't done it, do it again, and then I'll go back
okay,
and
I got
fix
higher.
it.
Hooray.
Not too late. Too late.
I'll take the 19, that's fine. I had a 19, and then I rolled a 21 on the clicking of the token.
Oh, so you have to actually select the token?
You select your token and then hit initiative it's so I can register it.
Ooh. I went from 22 to 13.
Wow.
Well, I think Ranger's taking your first one.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay. It should be 22 then.
God, that means I rolled a 2 on initiative. Ugh.
There you are, 19. Corn, what did you get? You actually did it right. You got a 25.
That is correct.
Okay.
You
J-Lo.
explained instructions, I followed.
Yes, good job. J-Lo rolled a 13. Is that the correct roll when you look?
Go off.
No, it was 22. Sorry. I didn't select the token.
Oh, you did have a 22.
Yeah.
I'll redo the order here in a second. Grim, that's 11. That's correct. 10, 8, 5.
See, I actually had my token selected to roll for the first.
Quit showing off.
New for me. Okay.
Osk, you explode in dark side energy, poop yourself, and die. That's horrible. Let's see if I can get some better music for fighting. No, I can't play Star Wars music, or they'll, yeah.
Teals will do it for you.
No, you just need the Fetty's Duel of the Fates Kazoo edition.
Whoever is not in combat is all going to be whistling, so we'll just rotate who whistles Duels of the Fate the entire battle.
Wife, get me the acoustic guitar. We're doing this.
We're going to be so good. Copyright strikes incoming.
All right, I can't find anything. There's really no good space music to play. It's all dark and dreary. It's like, Jesus. What do you think happens in space, man? Yeah, it's not like I'm going to play the Darth Revan thing. Oh, and everyone's like, yes! And then it's like, copyright, you'll never see the video again. It's gone.
Aww.
There's probably some video game music you could use.
No, it's all copyrighted.
I'm relatively sure you can just get all kinds of non-copyrighted Gregorian.
Okay, go for it. I will not play that. All right, so the droid gets to go first. First turn. Why is it? Oh, I have to change this to. Oh, is it map? Is it on the map in background? Let's change the layer to token layer.
Oh, you're talking about.
Hold on, I got to change this to objects and tokens.
Yeah.
There we go. Aha! The droid goes first. You see, turns this way, and it runs over here this way, and it's going to. Oh, it's going to attack you. Who's this right here?
That's me, Jello.
Yep. What's your AC?
It's 17, although I have shield.
You didn't activate it yet.
No, I don't. I just have 17.
Okay. First strike is a 22. You take 12 points of damage as a metal fist hits you in your stomach, and then she's going to sweep your leg to knock you on the ground. I'm just saying she. 28! Huzzah!
Yeah, definitely hits.
You take 10 points of damage as a metal leg hits your leg, and you go flying up in the air. Try to make an acrobatics dexterity check to see if you can stay on your feet.
I do.
You maintain your balance, JLo. Well done. And then she comes up with an uppercut for 22. And you take another 10 points of damage. And then she misses. Nope. Wait. What's your AC?
17.
She does hit. Huzzah!
Oh, no.
For 8 points of damage.
Not nice. I was looking pretty bloody and bruised right now.
Yeah. A little pee came out of you during that shuffle. So, all right, Corn, you are up, my friend.
Mute button. There we go. Why you gotta hit my friend? He is going to get, or she is going to get marked.
All right.
And it's going to
ping on the map where you're at right now. Okay. You have to move first. There's a lot of people in the way of seeing her. You're gonna have to get into a position to see her, to mark her. There you go.
Move.
Now you moved. She's
marked. And then we are going to take a blaster shot.
Go for it. That,
16.
That is a miss.
Frustrated, blaming the gun, I'm going to send a batch of 3 homing rockets at her.
Go for it.
Each rocket does 9.
No, it doesn't, but it does hit.
Well, fine.
On her reaction, she looks at you, lifts up her hand, and shoots a rocket at you. Make a dexterity saving throw. All right, the damage will be half, so 32 from a rocket. You take 16 points of damage, and
guaranteed hit.
Oh yes, it's not pretty.
Okay. So 16.
Yeah, 16. Because you've made the dex save, so you only take half damage, and you don't get blasted across the room. But a big explosion happens right here. Huzzah! Ooh, I could actually do an explosion. Let me see if I can do it. Let's see. We want a bomb. Let's see if I can do the thing here. Oh, fire. Let me see if it works. Boom! There it is. I'm so happy. All right. Next, J-Lo. This droid's right there next to you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use my newfound power to get away from her.
Okay,
so I'm gonna
for it.
use translocate and real quick, Ranger. This box, is this like a column or a table or something?
It's like a stack of like servers and stuff. So it's about 10 feet high.
Okay.
Is this the force power you're using?
It's a tech power.
Tech power. Okay, go for it.
Yeah. I don't have any force, but I do have. It's basically Misty Step. Yeah. So my bonus action is going to be to hop.
You get the hell out of there. Hop to where you're going to go.
Yep. So I'm going to hop over here, and then I'm going to pull up my blaster and try and fire a sonic shot at it.
Go for it.
Because I did not like that. 27 to hit. Ooh.
Let me see. Here you see. That actually hits. Yeah.
Nice.
That would be scary if it didn't.
Yeah, I was going to be really scared. You were thinking about it. So a total of 13.
You notice both you guys, as you guys do the damage, that it is significantly less than what you think.
Okay. That's good to know. So I don't know. Do I notice? Is it affected by the sonic barrier? So normally, if a creature moves, they would take damage.
Unaffected.
Do I notice? Unaffected, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Then for my movement, I'm just gonna go hide behind the corner.
You do that. Good job. Get the hell out of Dodge.
Yep. That's all from me.
Okay. Next up is Dara.
Okay. Quick question: is this thing considered a creature or an object?
I'm not telling you. Make a roll.
Okay. What roll do I have to make?
Let's see.
Or go to options on your browser.
Let me see here.
Save
What
your
would it be?
conversation.
Give me a second. I have to pull up a character sheet to figure out what I want to make this. Just as, you don't. It would be something kind of like make a technology. Well, you don't know. You're not trying to figure. You know, it's a machine.
Mm-hmm.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay. 3.
You think it's a metal-looking woman.
Okay. So I will move up to the metal-looking woman.
You do that.
And I will start off with. Let's just go ahead and take 2. I'm going to try to hit her twice.
Go for
with my
it.
hands. Okay. So first one. 16.
Does not hit.
Okay. Second. 28.
That hits.
Okay. And that's going to be 16 points of damage.
All right, and make a or a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 12.
You take what you think is electrical damage of 6, or electricity.
All right. Let me mark that off. And and then bonus action.
You hear in your back of the head. Uh-oh.
I will bonus action patient defense.
You do that.
Okay. That'll be it.
All right. Next up is Osk, the Trandoshan Sith. What do you got for me, buddy?
Okay, things are going to get interesting.
Will it?
I am going to cast Night Speed.
You do that.
My AC goes up by 2. My
Okay.
speed is doubled. I have advantage of dex throws, and I get an extra action turn.
Well, you do all that stuff.
And it
so
lasts up to a minute.
It does.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk up there.
You do that.
I will use my channel force for falling avalanche.
Your force powers does not seem to work around this area.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You go to call upon the force and it's not answering.
And then the night speed wouldn't work either.
He could use it. He did that before he got near the droid. So it looks like there's.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something I wanted to make sure
Yes.
was the distinction.
You
Yeah.
see this happen, but you don't know he's. I mean, it's kind of a little bit of meta, but he did something. But then this is just for Grim. So technically, you don't know that. So don't use that as part of your action yet.
But we see the force power work on him.
You don't know what he's trying to do, so he can only express it. He can't. It's not like he's trying to. It's not showing, so he can only express his. Something's not right.
Yeah, we don't know what he was doing, but we saw him cast a force power outside and then try to cast something inside the range.
And
But we saw one
inside
work,
failed.
like he's moving.
Yeah,
one
outside of he was
Yeah,
away from
okay,
here.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, perfect. That's what I want to make sure I knew.
Yeah, and thanks to Night Speed, I guess, second action, which
Go
is going
for
to
it.
be using Lightsaber Attack on this guy.
Go for it.
21.
Miss. And you make an make a intelligence. If you have technology, you can use technology here.
But no.
No, you agree with Darafin. This is a robot-looking female
Interesting.
with red eyes. It looks very angry.
Well, I do have an extra attack, so I'll try it again.
Go for it.
Still miss.
Nope, it's a miss.
That's my turn.
All right. Next up is Maz.
Okay, I want to move up next to it.
Well, move your
And
token
touch
next
it.
up. Move your token over there. You want me to do? There you go. You roll over there.
And I want to touch it and analyze it.
Okay, make a Constitution save. No, you take 12 points of shock damage.
Because my analyze failed?
To touch it, you'd have to probably save because you're probably going to jerk back because it hurts. But you didn't make the save.
You
Okay,
could take
so
the
I-
damage
Yeah.
and then make like a concentration to try and see if you can hold it.
Yeah, make a concentration
But now
check
she's
for
taking
me.
damage.
Concentration?
It's another Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Yeah, it hurts, but from what you can analyze from this thing is that your brain's overloaded with how many things this thing can do. You get a sense that it is, first thing, it's made of Durasteel, so it's damn near hard to hit. It also has defensive capabilities, one you just realized. The other one is that it's got offensive capabilities.
Sorry, ignore that.
Some that you can see. And you get a sense that there's some kind of energy field inside of it that is dampening certain things. That's all you know.
Okay. And then I'm just going to move away a little bit. Because that's all I can do.
You've engaged, so it'll get a free shot at you if you do that.
So should I stay there?
Yeah, you should stay there unless you want to risk it.
Okay. But it gets a free shot at me to here, too. Oh, you mean after
If
my
you-
turn?
if
Okay.
It gets an
Yeah.
attack of opportunity on you if you leave.
Okay.
Although I don't know if it technically used it against Teals, so we'll have to see. We don't know if it has more than
How many
one.
reactions does it have?
Oh, you're
Yeah.
not. You're gonna have to find out.
We'll have to
That's
find
what I
out.
mean. For science, do you move?
Yes. Do you move for science?
Legendary Droid Action 1.
Yes.
Are you gonna stay or move, Maz?
Stay.
All right, you stay. It's gonna take a legendary move. It runs over to you, Vormax.
Do we get attacks of opportunity now? since
No, it's a legendary move.
At this point, I notice my thing doesn't have an effect, right? Normally,
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your AC there, buddy? Talrax.
Oh, you said Vormax,
I know,
so I
I'm
thought it
sorry.
was someone else.
Yeah,
got
I was
confused,
like,
maybe it was an
I'm-
NPC.
I'm tired. I've been streaming a
No,
lot.
no, I know. I wasn't looking for a second.
What's your AC?
18.
Make a Constitution saving throw. That's not good. You take 13 points of damage. You are paralyzed. And when she hits you, she see a needle come out of her hand and sticks you through your AC, like hits you like right in the chest. You kind of just convulse up and you fall backwards. And you've been hit with some kind of toxin.
I can't do a reaction to try and increase my AC?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
I like your thinking, but no, because I'm an evil butthole. And so is the droid. All right. Let's see here. So Talrax's move is skipped. You're paralyzed and prone. And the droid just like its whole body turns, like its legs are still facing Talrax, but its whole upper body turns and is facing you and all looking at all you guys. All right, it's Vornu's turn. Vornu, what do you do?
First, I will check on Commander Geron.
He looks like his assistant is backing him up and trying to get him out of there. He looks like he just took a shot in the shoulder. Doesn't look life-threatening, but owie.
So from that reaction, I'll assume that this was not part of the special surprise for us.
He's like, no, I don't understand. The hell is going on?
Well, it would seem it was reprogrammed or something, since this wouldn't be your initial programming to attack you.
He tosses you the data pad. It's like, see what you can do.
I will immediately cast Mislead, where essentially I become invisible but create a hologram of myself.
Okay.
And I will leave the hologram where it is, and
Sure.
I will run. Should I just put a second token of
Yeah,
myself?
just put a second token of that there and then go wherever you're going to go.
Okay, I will run up to here, and I will start immediately scouring for any kind of weaknesses in the data pad on this droid.
Okay, make a technology check with disadvantage because this is not your data pad. It is open, so you don't have to crack anything, but...
25.
All right, you're getting the gist. You figure it's going to take you a couple rounds to really... You're processing information at light speed, but you're trying to process everything, all the settings, everything like that. You get most of it, but it's the small little things. Like, you get the big things, but you're trying to figure out what's going on, so you're hacking right now.
Okay.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah. I guess as a bonus action, could I call for one of my droids?
Yeah, it's going to take them...
turn or two.
It's going to take a few turns for them to get over there.
All right, so what I'll do is I'll call in for my IG unit.
Okay, it's on its way. It's going to be a few rounds before it gets there. All right, these two here. Why is this? Are they on the map in the background? Well, shit. Let me change their layer to the token layer. That would be great on my part. Aha! They run over here, this way behind here. She helps him over here, and you can see that she's immediately got a short first aid kit and is trying to work on him. Grand Admiral Babar, or Grand Moff Babar. She's like, she looks happy, and comes over to the droid, and you see her make 6 attacks. That's a miss. That's a miss. That's a miss. You see that she's whipped out 2 vibro blades and is going at this thing. That's a hit. That's a hit. And that's a hit. All right. She starts slashing at this thing. She's become a blur of blades and spinning, and she's going all out. You guys are actually impressed, and you are especially impressed, Darafin, because she's using an advanced form of terracotta that you've heard of, but rarely seen.
Okay.
All right. Just then, you see a bunch of... Really? You guys are on the damn wrong layer? Oh, son of a... Give me a second. Alright, back to the objects and tokens. You see a bunch of commandos come in right here. These guys come on this side. They just came from both sides. They're guards. They see what's happening. They see that their boss is in trouble. One goes here, flanks. One comes over next to you. Who is that? Corn? Is that you, Corn?
Corn.
Okay, that's you, Corn. And open fire. Miss. Hit. Miss. Miss. God damn it. I've created a monster. You see one... Oh, these just start blaster beams going right at this thing. And these are these special elite ones that you've seen before. So these are the special forces that are on her beck and call. All right. Droid has a legendary action. It'll go over here. Oh boy. And this stormtrooper is pooped. Well, it got one hit in. And then it will make its turn and run over here next to you, Vornu. And we'll use this last legendary attack. What does it have? Okay. It's going to try to stun you.
It's moving up next to me.
I'm sorry.
Corn.
I'm sorry, Corn. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was like, whoa.
Your pants are safe for now.
Make a Constitution saving throw. No, you are stunned as gas comes out of its mouth right into your face.
Oh, lovely.
Mm-hmm.
That's rude.
Mm-hmm. You're now knocked out and you just fall backwards onto the thing and you're prone. And turns this way. All right. No, it's its turn. It gets. Oh, it's a legendary. Okay. No, let's do this again. There you go. Corn's knocked out. You're stunned for a round. JLo, you're up.
Okay. So first thing I'm gonna do is take one of those back to stims that I have to heal a little bit.
It's a bonus action, not a problem.
Heal for 5. Okay. And then I want to move around the corner to observe the chaos, and I'm going to prepare my shot for when someone gets in melee range.
All right, you hold your action. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Darafin, you're up.
Okay. I am. Let me see how far away it is. Okay. I will move up to it.
Okay.
If I move here, do I get flanking on it with the trooper?
Yes, you will.
Okay. So I'm gonna move there.
Okay.
And I will start with my first attacks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoot in unison with him.
All right. So Jayla, go ahead and make your attack first.
What turn are we on? 2 or 3?
2.
There was a surprise, but then this is actual turn 2.
And 1 minute is 10 turns, correct?
Correct. 6 seconds per round.
Yeah. You should be good for a while.
Yeah, I gotta keep track because that's how long my night speed lasts.
Mhm.
It's 10 rounds. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's a miss.
Yep. Okay. That's fine. I tried.
Yep. All right, Darafint, do your thing.
Okay. First attack. 13. Actually, it's so 16 on the first one.
Not so miss.
Okay. Next one. Really? Holy crap! This is not going well.
That's another miss.
This thing is running around too much. I'm gonna use Flurry of Blows.
Go for it.
So 26 on this one.
26 hits.
That'll be 16 points of damage.
Okay. Okay.
And then next one. 21?
Miss.
Okay. I got the one. And yeah, that's it.
All right. I'm just gonna use a legendary move to move over right to you, JLo.
Oh, hi, friend.
Make a Constitution saving check.
Nope.
Nope.
Nice.
You get stabbed as well, and you are now paralyzed and on the ground.
Okay.
And you take 6 points of damage.
All right. At least I got 2 rounds.
Right. Small little victories. Ask.
Oh, Ranger, really quick, just in
Yes.
case it matters. My fists do count as magical for
Yes, I know.
for any damage. So, okay, just
Yeah.
making sure. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I'll use Falling Avalanche before I move this time.
Mm-hmm.
That gives me advantage on my next attack. Thank
Mhm.
goodness. And I'm going to move right there.
Okay.
And this time, it's Sith Sword time. Let's test this sucker out.
Hmm. Miss.
Wow. I swear. Extra attack, which won't have that advantage. Wow, seriously?
I mean, you're hitting this thing, but it's like, even with the Sith blade, it's just sparking off this thing's armor.
Okay. Since I moved less than half my speed this turn, I'll use I can't use Falling Avalanche again. Sorry.
Nope.
Man, I'll keep on swinging.
Go for it.
2 attacks again.
Miss.
That's my turn.
All right. All right.
Actually, wait a second. They changed Saving Face. My racial ability.
Okay.
How many friendlies are near me?
None. Well, one's on the ground, but I don't know if that really. He's unconscious at the moment.
Depends. Yeah, what you mean? What's the range?
I
30
would
feet
say
of
I'm
you.
not observing you right now.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So there's a few within
None of
30
them?
feet.
Yeah, I'll give you one shot with it here. Yeah, there's people looking at you, especially the Grand Moff.
Well, how many though? Because I get a +1 to a roll for each person.
2, 3, 4. 4.
So would a 25 hit on that last one?
Yes, it would. Roll damage.
You saved face! Huzzah!
yeah.
Now, here's a question though. Force empowered strikes, will it work? No. Because that depends on what things I select for my damage roll.
Right.
It does not work, okay. So 16.
All right. Well done.
There we
Well
go.
done. All right. It is now Maz's turn. Maz, what are you going to do? You have a mad robot terrorizing and beating the shit out of all your friends.
Okay, I am going to go into a rage.
I was waiting for you to do that. Ah, so you see Maz kind of veins start exploding all over her. She starts changing to a nice shade of red.
I don't know if it's gonna help.
Rage is badass. Yes, it helps.
Okay, so I'm gonna go into a rage. Well, and I want to move.
Right, you're gonna go move.
The
next-
rage is my bonus action, right? So-
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. Doesn't.
Okay, and then I'm going to smash her with my tech axes.
You go for it. Now remember your bonuses from your rage.
Right. And so are. Oh, but that has nothing to do with strength.
What rage?
You don't get the bonus, like the advantage on athletics, but rage I think gives +2 to your attacks and
Right.
stuff. So
I don't know
then-
if there's a frenzy option in Star Wars.
yeah, frenzy or reckless or something
Yeah,
like
there are
that.
there are those, but she doesn't. I don't know if she has those.
I don't know if she has them either. So
I have reckless attack.
okay,
It's gonna
Hey,
mess
so
so
the
you
way-
could do reckless.
Advantage, yeah.
And
and
so
then
the
get
way that
advantage.
happens is you get advantage.
But then I get disadvantage on
Right,
anything
when
when
she
she hits
hits.
me, and she's gonna kill me.
Wow.
Okay,
Nah,
I'm
she
just
won't
gonna
kill you.
smash with my tech axis.
Make your attacks there, Mozzie.
And I get 2 because I have an extra attack.
That's right. And make sure you add +2 to your attacks. Because you are
I'll do
raged.
that. Should I?
That is advantage already.
Yeah.
That was a 16.
So you swing, hits her armor, nothing happens.
Okay. So I guess I'll just swing again.
Go for it. That's a hit.
Yay!
Roll damage. I think it'd be more than 3. What's your strength modifier?
Strength.
I think that's 3.
Yeah, damage is set up
4.
at 0, so
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, I think the base damage didn't roll.
yeah, I don't think the
And I
attack
think you
says
get plus
the
2
damage
from
built
rage,
in.
too.
You're probably using
I don't know how
strength
to fix
instead of
that.
dex.
let me look here. Let me think. Let me look at your sheet, Moz, and then I'll do the damage for you. Hold on a second here.
Yeah, we might need to check her item thing and update that.
Let me see here. So she has a +8. No, she has a +4, +2, and the vibro it did 3, so 9 points of damage.
Well, she has to roll, right? She had nothing rolled.
I just did that.
3 is. Oh, you just rolled the damage for
I
her.
just
Got it.
figured it out. Yeah, so it's 9.
Got it.
Oh, I see. Because it. Okay.
Yeah, you had a 0 plus 3, so it's just adding
Yeah,
your
so
dex
it's
modifier.
just adding.
It should be
Okay.
like a 1d6 plus 3 or something like that.
And then an
Oh, okay.
additional,
So my
like, 2
damage
for your
type
rage.
maybe is wrong.
Yeah, I got. Let me look at your sheet here real quick.
We all know you're stronger than that, Yitmaz.
Yeah.
And you have an offhand or just one? This would not
Yeah,
be-
2.
So yeah,
2.
2 attacks with one and 2 attacks with the other, right?
Yeah, make another attack roll. Yeah, I have to look at this. I'm not sure what you did here. So make another attack. That's not going to hit, unfortunately. So you swing again. So you got one good hit in, and you're still just swinging like a mad person at this thing.
And that's all I can do.
That's all you can do. All right. Let's see. Next up is Talrax. Make a Constitution check save for me. Yep, you are able to pop up.
Do I wait till?
You have to
do
wait till
something,
next
or-
round. So, but
Okay.
you do beat the effects. Vornu, you're up.
All right. Waiting for my IG-88 unit to arrive.
It tells you it's going to be about 3 rounds before it can even get there.
All
it's
right, I
hauling
will
ass.
continue to hammer through the
Make a technology
Yeah.
check.
32 with a natural 20.
You are able to break in and immediately understand everything. And it looks like some kind of commands were put in secondary. You're going through everything and looking at everything in the signal. This looks like there's something happened. There's a strange code that was added that when something command was given, it's basically that it looks like there was a hack done here. So the droid. So it's going to take you another. If you get another, it'll take you another round. But you think you can turn this thing off before then?
Is that something I can do remotely, or do I have to?
You
try and
can
get
do it
up close?
remotely. You can do it here. You'll be able to shut it down. But it's going to take you another round.
All right, I'll start working on that then, and I'll
Yeah.
have my hologram just kind of run out into the middle of the room and jump up and down,
Yeah.
wave her arms around, and hey, attack me, you evil robot, you!
All right. Maz, make a Constitution saving throw.
Yay!
All right, you take 9 points of damage as you see this droid just come right to you, whack, sticks you, but you're just raging and you're just like, "Grr," and you resist it, but did get pierced right in the breasticle.
Ow!
Oh yeah, it hurt. And then it has another free action, so it's gonna look at Darafin. Hello.
Hi!
Make a Constitution saving check.
What is it doing?
It's
Is it-
breathing on you.
Oh, okay. So it's not a projectile. Okay. Constitution. 17.
All right, you only take 5 points of damage as she breathes on you, and you resist the urge to defecate and to pass out.
Okay.
Noxious
that is good.
gas, yes.
Yes, that is good. I definitely don't want to poo all over the place.
And then she will move over here and go for the stormtrooper.
We get
Oh no.
No attack.
Opportunity
It's a
attacks?
legendary move.
No, legendary move. And he goes poop.
Aw, he pooped and died.
She
That's an
has
awful way
rolled
to go.
2 natural 20s against both those stormtroopers.
Oh.
Those are SF guys. And
Well,
then
that
when
is
I did-
fine. Better them than us. That's all
Yeah,
I
so
got.
you guys are lucky that happened. Because you don't want her to roll a natural 20 on you guys. I don't think you can take that.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Because I just went, okay, times this multiply, and he's dead. And he's gone. I was like, oh my god, this gold dice is nasty. All right, that's them, and now it is it's Janace's turn. She runs over and goes for it again. Hit. Miss. 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 Hit. And miss. You just see here just going crazy with these vibro blades. Alright, so she did a total of Huzzah! Alright, and then they're over there doing that. These two guys hear the nose over here and run over here. They're going to take shots. And it's a miss. And that's a miss. And, oh, that's a hit. And that's a miss. Okay, 1 hit. Oh, shit. Okay. Top of the round, Corn, make a Constitution saving check. Saving throw check thing. No! You're still drooling on yourself. So you are skipped. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Corn. J-Lo, make a Constitution saving throw. You pop up, huzzah, but you can't do anything this round.
Yay, consciousness.
You don't feel good. You feel like a car ran over you and then lit you with gasoline. Your whole body burns. Let's see. It is now Darafin's turn. Huzzah!
Okay, so I am going to use 10 feet of my movement to move up here.
Okay.
I am then going to...
Wait, who's this right here?
That's Osk.
Oh, it's
That's
Osk.
me.
Okay.
Okay, let me see if I want to do that really quick. Hold on. Where is everyone positioned? No, I'm just going to move right over here
Okay.
and start attacking with the commander.
All right, go for it.
So, first attack. Natural 20.
No, that misses, unfortunately. Roll your damage.
It is 16 plus 5, so 21 damage.
Okay. Okay.
And second attack,
Mm-hmm.
22.
That misses.
Oh, I thought a 22 hit.
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. I will flurry
Go for it.
and go again. 29.
29 will hit.
So 19 points of damage.
Okay, so that's... Okay.
And then one more. 17.
No, that's a miss.
And that'll be it.
All right. Osk, your turn.
Okay, so what is this? Like a table or something?
It's a big giant server box full of, like, wires and computer shit. There's a giant tower of hell of computer stuff.
Okay. Guess I'll use Falling Avalanche again before I do
You
anything.
do that.
At which point, I'm gonna move up and take a swing with my lightsaber again.
You do that.
Seriously?
What the
Roll 20? What the
Vornu tucks her backside up against the wall.
Roll a d6 for me, my friend.
Cornwall Druid tries to lay flatter.
Oh no! Roll a damage, please.
$12.
So you're like this. You go to use your lightsaber. You bring it back, but you do it right too fast. So it's right in your hand. Yeah, it is. Talrax, you get hit for 12 points of damage as you see Asuka's blade come right out, clip you in the shoulder, and go flying by.
Nice.
You're not having a good day.
If this wasn't YouTube, I'd have another couple of words to say about Roll20. But I don't want to get us demonetized. Not yet, at least. If I roll more ones, though, I might.
Double ones with advantage.
Yeah, because I'm getting my extra attack.
All right, what do you do, buddy?
Extra attack.
All right, use your other blade.
Yep.
Go for it.
It's a miss.
It's a miss.
Now my night speed action.
Okay.
For the love of God, fucking game.
Oh, no. No.
What are the statistical odds of that?
Bad.
I'm starting to hate this version of Star Wars and D&D.
The first one, you come up to swing, the sword just drops right out of your hand, right into the crotch of poor Corn who's just laying there. Roll
Did
damage.
you just castrate me?
Just roll it. I mean, it just hits you in the gut. Just roll damage, please. All right, Corn, you take 10 points of damage, but you are unconscious, so you're not aware that there's a sword sticking in the middle of you right now.
I'll just yell out, "Oh no, they've got us too."
Can't hear unconscious. Oh, you're awake. Never mind. You can say that. Oh my God.
I'm awake now. They've got us.
Can I somewhat maybe have a chance to wake up from that? Because that's a lot of pain.
That is a lot of pain. You know what? I'll give you a chance here to wake up. Oh man, you can't make this shit up, folks. Oh my God.
Oh, but it gets better. I still get another extra attack.
I know. Let's see if.
At which point I'm gonna freaking punch this dude.
Question is, which dude are you punching?
Yeah, you wake up, and you're like, oh, like something just kind of jolted you awake, and you look up.
We're just gonna say obscenities happened.
Well, yeah, you look up and you're just like, what the? You see that black Sith blade sticking out of you. Don't know how it got there. You just know that it's sticking in your gut at the moment, and it hurts.
The droid is slippery. That's what we're gonna say. The droid is slippery. All right, Grim, I'm ready.
Oh God. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. that misses.
That misses. All right.
What the hell is... I gotta take a break. I'll be right back. I gotta go, like, kill something.
I had that same thing 2 weeks ago, Grim. I understand.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm dropping another F-bomb. 3 fucking ones.
Roll 20.
It could be worse.
Sometimes.
He could have like almost decapitated Barber.
It could have been way worse. She could have had a 4th attack to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Before your turn, it's going to head over to you, over here, back to you guys, because it's like, there's too many people here. And it's going to attack you, Moz. What's your AC?
19.
Okay. You take 12 points of damage as it hits you a couple times. But you take half of that, so because you're raged, remember that when you get damage, you half it, right? So that was 12 points, and you hit half of that, so you took 6 points of damage. And then, well, since it's looking at JLo, it's got another free action before everything's turns, and it's going to be like, oh, hello, you woke up. Make a Constitution save.
Crap. All right. 14.
No. You get shocked this time and knocked out again.
Okay.
It doesn't like things shooting at it. It's going to get rid of that threat first. All right, now it's your turn, Moz. You just saw this. It tried to hit you a couple times, but you took the damage like a champ, and then it just kind of turned its body was facing you. It's turned its head that way, and you just saw its arm that's whoosh. Jalen knock it back down and turn back robotically right back to you.
I am going to smash it with a vibro sword.
Oh,
sword.
so you throw you put the axes into your holsters and you whip out that big old sword and you go for that big matty attack. Go for it. Remember, you get add +2. Nope, that's a miss.
Okay, I'll use my extra attack. Try again.
Go for it. That'll hit. Do damage. 11. Very nice. +2, 13. Okay. Yeah, it's starting to look a little rough. Little glitches of electricity here and there, so it's looking a little rough. Looking just a tad bit rough. All right. Nicely done, Moz.
And that's all.
Okie dokie. Talrax, you can finally do something, my friend.
Well, I'm gonna echo some other people's thoughts that I don't know if I can actually do much. So I'll gather dark side energy around me, and it'll like bolster my armor class and my health. I do Armor of Aboleth, and it gives me 15 temporary hit points.
There you go.
I can barely take one more hit, so at least that's there. And I think that I might have a bonus action left, but I think that's all I can do.
Okay. You just basically get yourself ready for more fight action.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. Vornu, it's your turn, milady.
I will keep spinning through the pad.
Let's see if you can make that technology check. Yes.
It's a 23.
You are able to find the button to turn this thing off, or at least send this thing that you hope it to do it.
I will smash that off button.
All right. You guys all see at once as the droid is like turning its eyes right back in the direction of Talrax. And all of a sudden it just stands still. And everybody has a moment to collect themselves calmly.
Oh, Oscar's pissed. He force pushes it over towards the wall.
You try to force push it through the wall, but strangely, the force near this thing... Well, you're right next to it, right? No, you're not.
Even when it's turned off.
Okay, yeah, you do that.
I still think it's malfunctioning at this point. I'm actually going to go and try and attack it again. I'm not really stopping, even though it powered down.
All right, go for it.
So
yeah.
I'll move over here and try to attack it again.
Go for it.
20 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. 27 to hit.
No hit.
11 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna flurry.
Go for it.
And then 28 to hit.
Yep.
12 points of damage.
Okay.
29 to hit.
Yep.
13 points of damage.
Okay. It's still just standing there, just taking the hits. And then you hear Grand Moff Babar says, "No, I need to find out what's going on with it. Don't destroy it."
Okay. Then I will stop.
Okay.
I will immediately start trying to analyze the virus that seems to have been
That's going to take you a while. You're trying to. You're just glad you were able to piece it together as quickly as you did, but you know that this is going to take a while of much investigating to figure out what this was.
Do I now see Vornu with the... I'll actually talk to this one, because I think that's the real Vornu.
Yes, and that you get no response. You see...
Vornu, why are you jumping up and down? What are we supposed to do with this thing? Stop jumping up and down. I need to know... What are we...
The real me will walk over next to him and deactivate the hologram as I'm standing there just looking at him dead-faced.
Oh, you're over there now. Okay.
Yes.
Is this thing possibly going to turn back up?
I hope not. It's impossible to tell, though.
No, you can pretty sure that you got it squared away. And you see the doctor and the other guy comes around and he's been temporarily bandaged and he's just looking like he's kind of in shock and she's kind of holding him up a little bit. It's like, I've got to get him to the infirmary. I've stopped the bleeding, but pretty bad blaster burn. And Barbar's like, yes, please use our facilities. And so one of these guards goes over there with him and escorts them to the medical ward of this facility. And
even though the droid attacked the doctor first, could it have been going after Grand Moff?
Possibly. I don't know for sure, but I want answers.
It obviously wasn't just targeted on the doctor, right? Because it would have continued to attack it. It went after us too. So it doesn't seem like it was programmed with a particular target. I mean, is that a fair assessment, Vornu? Like, it was moving around everywhere and actually didn't go to try and finish off the doctor.
I'll need time to finish going through it.
Okay. I don't know what's going to happen with this thing, so I'll just stand guard of this thing to make sure it doesn't do anything again.
You see one of the your assistants come running in, Vornu, and they've got restrainer bolts. They run over and put like 4 on it, just in case.
Yeah.
So,
will those hold this thing?
The one girl with the glasses says, "Well, the first one doesn't, the second one will, and the second one doesn't, the third one well, and the third one doesn't, the fourth one will, and if the fourth one does it, well, then we're going to take it in the pooper." Scientifically speaking, of course.
So I will stay here just in case the fourth one breaks.
Okay. She pats you on the shoulder. You do that.
I'll walk over to that same intern. Bring another few of them.
They're all in there now. They heard the fight. They were waiting. I mean, they're not soldiers in the sense like, not their forte. They're more scientists, and they're like, we could get it over into the next room, into the table, and lock it into place before we can start making analysis of it. But that's all we can do right now.
Yes, do that.
Well, here's a question for you.
All right, so they come in and a couple
the memory
of
core would
stormtroopers.
still be intact if it doesn't have any arms or legs, right?
You don't know.
No, I'm asking them.
Vornu, yeah.
Until I can do a full analysis, I can't tell.
This droid does seem pretty complex compared to our regular ones. So I don't know if everything is the same with this one. I'd rather just beat it, but we'll watch it so Vornu can do.
You get a sharp look from Babar. This thing is not to be destroyed until I get the answers I want. You understand me?
I know, I'm not.
Oh, I wasn't talking about destroying it. I was just talking about dismembering it.
She gives you a harsh look. What about my order that I just gave that you do not understand, Sith?
I think she means that those are the same things. I whispered. Kind of loud.
And you can kind of tell she's not being gruff because she's just being an asshole to you guys. You can tell she's bloodlusted from battle. So it's like she's trying to slowly calm down. And she looks pissed.
And she's not the only one.
I will hurry my interns to go and
Yeah,
get onto the table.
a couple stormtrooper commandos come in and help lock it, and they get it over into the next room where you got your analytical stuff. This is more of the this is more for testing purposes, kind of the room where you've got, hookups and things of that nature. You can make analysis of actual test in a safer condition. The other room is where a lot of your computers and equipment is stored for being able to put things together, take things apart, that kind of thing.
I will just start nerding out over the pad, trying to figure out everything I can.
Make a technology check.
26.
Yeah, you think it's going to take you at least a day or two to go through everything. It's so much, like, this pad's linked. You can see it's linked to the doctor's stuff here, but a lot of this is a little bit beyond your reach, your understanding. I mean, he's using terms in here and talking about things, especially with the AI memory. That is not a memory core. You've never seen anything like this.
I'll look over at the Moth. This certainly will go faster if, as soon as possible, Commander Jaren is able to come back here.
I will see to it personally. She immediately walks like you think she's about to go chew his ass out.
Thank you, sir.
It's ma'am, but yes.
Ma'am.
I'm going to walk over to Vornu at this point.
Yeah, and Moth walks out with a bunch of stormtroopers with her. Cape
Vornu,
flowing.
Vornu, is there any way to use that to see if maybe there was something about the robotics that was sent to the Third Fleet? That special thing?
There's a lot of data on this, so it will take time to figure out what's in it.
Yeah, it's going to take a while, and you doubt something.
No, I know. I'm just asking.
No, I'm telling Vornu what you would gather from the past so you can relay that. So, Vornu, you look at it, it's like, you doubt it, that kind of information would be there, but you don't know because there's a ton of stuff here that you've got to sift through, and you're going to need... It'll be quicker once... Jaron gets over there, but he took a pretty hefty hit there. So, I mean, he'll get back and stuff. So it shouldn't take too long to get him patched up. But he's going to be a little some pain medicine on for a little bit because what kind of you've been shot in the ass. You know how that works.
He'll probably be loopy for a day or so.
Maybe coherent enough, right?
I would hope.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know that the force is fucked up around the droid, right?
No,
because I was unconscious.
You don't know that, Osk.
Okay.
You don't know why, but the force wasn't working around it. So let's say you guys spend the next 10-15 minutes getting JLo squared away. You have to take him to the medical infirmary too,
and Corn's crotch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want my
consciousness.
Yeah,
my
you guys all go
looked at. I don't know what that droid's delivered in its syringe, but I'm sure it wasn't good.
Yeah, so you guys all make your way to the medical ward where you can see, because some of you need some treatment, and the droids, there's a ton of them, and there's some there's 2 medical staff there. You can see Commander Jarn, they've got his arm pretty much patched up and healed, but you can see that he's going to have a nasty little scar from that. That was a nasty bolt he took in the shoulder. But you can see that they've got the back and stuff working its magic right now. So he should be up in about another 15 minutes of them doing what they need to do. He was lucky. And you hear in the conversation that the shot went straight through, didn't damage anything. It just seared, and they were able to regenerate the tissue around it. So, but he's in there just with his shirt off getting worked on. And you can see that the his assistant is not looking. She is looking around at all times. She is like freaked out, looks up, but she's got a blast in her hand and she is pulling duty. She is nervous. And after that attack, it makes sense. You see that Grand Moff Barbar is talking to him, and they're having a conversation. And it looks like they're finishing up the conversation when you get in. And then she walks out of the room as you guys come in. So get healed up, do what you need to do. Report to me your findings as soon as you have any.
Very well. I'm gonna head back into the room where the robot is shackled and just kind of keep my guard.
Okay, you keep guard. The rest of you get healed up. They're able to. You guys carry in. The commandos carry poor Corn in. They're able to remove the blade. Blood goes everywhere because that's what these blades do. Causes more damage, but because of the technician droids and medical staff there, they're able to immediately get you squared away. You're going to be a little tender there for about a day or two, Corn, but you're patched up pretty quick. And the rest of your wounds and battle scars and stuff are healed up pretty quickly. It takes about an hour for all you to get treated and stuff. And then all of you, including Jiron, head into the lab, I would say, where the droid is. And Jiron just looks befuddled. It's like, he gets in the room and he just looks at you, Vord, and I was like, I don't understand. I don't understand.
No. Well, the bit that I've been able to piece together, it does appear as if a new command protocol was introduced into it.
He says, can I see that? He was like, well, it's my data pad. Of course I can see it. He starts giggling a little bit nervously, and he looks at it. It's like, you're right. He starts flipping through and stuff. He's like, I don't know how they did it, but someone was able to secretly send in an encryption code. He's going through he's like showing you at the same time. See how they covered it here? It made it look like just a normal command, but then they send it through all these different pathways. He's showing you like the path it took, and the command is weird. It just says attack. One single code and he goes back through all the subroutines and stuff. It's like, once I activated it. So once I started doing the demonstration, it was the command that I gave that triggered this to go off into its head to take over, that its only action was this. I was like, that's going to take some high skill to do that. I don't know of anybody that's some high-tech skill to... It's like, I just don't understand.
Well, how many other scientists within the Empire at your level of sophistication with this where they would have been able to do something like that?
It's not so much... This isn't a scientist. This is some hacking stuff. So this is more hacking into my secured military database and then encrypting this, putting it in, somehow getting it in there, setting it up in a way that I would never know it, and then, setting it up for when I did it.
That's even more sophisticated, though.
Yeah. But this is not a scientist. I mean, it could be. I don't know who did this, but we're talking hacking and this kind of stuff. Could be a criminal. Could be military. Could be any kind of person.
It's safe to assume that they would have gone and covered the tracks well, too.
Yeah, he starts going through, he's like, there's no way to track this. Unless one of you know how to... I mean, not my biggest forte, but looking at it, I would even begin to even understand how you would even track something like this. It was so well hidden and implemented.
No, the least we can start with is...
He goes, and it's ingenious because if you start showing you the brain of this creature, this droid, you've seen it before. You have never seen anything like when you get into the nitty gritty. He's created a almost organic brain with silicon. It uses the same principles as a brain, but it uses neurons and electricity like we would, but electrical.
Hmm. Can we at least possibly determine when this new protocol was introduced into it?
He goes through and he's like, no, I don't have. I mean, I'm not even able to even. I can't even backtrace this right now. So whoever did this covered their tracks pretty well.
Is this a standard command to start it up that you would normally have given?
Well, the command to start up was one thing, but remember, I was trying to get it to do something. The command was to. It's actually going to have it do a couple flips, and as soon as I give that command, that's when it activated this other protocol.
Is this the same unit that I had seen in your laboratory a week or so ago?
No, that's the prototype. This is one of the ones off the assembly line.
Is it possible that command has been introduced into everyone that's come off the assembly line?
I can tell unless you can.
Can I make a technology check to try to figure that out?
Yeah.
24.
You can't tell. It could be, but you don't know.
I would recommend that. How many have already been produced?
I can't tell you that.
It's probably then a good idea to tell wherever they're being stored to not activate them until a thorough diagnostic on all of them can be done to determine whether or not this command was in there.
I agree. I'll take care of that myself.
Very well.
But I'm gonna head back and see what I can find. I'll keep the droid here. If you want to check it over, see what you can find anything, I'll leave it at your disposal. If you have any questions, just message me at any time.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, and he looks at all you guys, and thank you guys. I'm sorry that this happened, but you did save my life, so I'm grateful. This is not the demonstration that I wanted to show you guys. He's kind of looks embarrassed.
Can I do an insight on him?
Yeah.
$23.
Seems genuine. Hard to read.
I'll just nod when he does that. That's it.
I mean, from all intents and purposes. I mean, it's one of those kind of mind. He's just hard to read. He looks sincere. He feels sincere. But your roll's not high enough to know if he's not being sincere or not. You just have to take it at face value that your intuition says yes.
Okay. Alright, so I will continue to monitor the droid.
Okay. He goes ahead and takes his leave, and his assistant kind of helps him. A couple of guards go with him just to make sure that nothing else hits him. He is kind of an important person in the Chiss Empire himself.
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys are left with this droid with your people starting to hook up stuff, and one of your people says, "You've got to see this." They're doing a scan. And
I'll walk over.
Points to the screen and says, "Will you look at this?" And you look in the center of this thing. It's got about an inch Kyber Crystal in the center, with wires and stuff coming from it. She just looks at you and she kind of adjusts her glasses. Just like, what the hell is that?
It's certainly different. Is he using it as a power supply? Possibly?
No, it's not a power supply. She starts going, the schematics of the scan. It's like, look here, this is the power supply. It's like, oh my god, look at this. And you guys look at the power supply that's being shown through the scanning equipment as the lasers are going through everything. This thing can run for 1,000 years.
Well, that's terrifying.
Well, it makes sense, right? You send behind enemy lines, they want it shutting down, right?
Yes, but it also means that you can send it behind enemy lines before the enemy lines.
Mm-hmm.
It also means that after the war, you don't know how much longer you will have these things to deal with.
It's ingenious. So this is the most advanced thing I've ever seen. I've never even studied. I mean, a lot of this is theory that we talked about in the academy. Some of it was in its early stages, but I mean, this man's incredible. Like, just, and you guys go through the weaponry, the way it's assembled. You can see that both hands have different types of weapons in it. The thing's completely made of durasteel, which you know is really, really solid stuff. That's what Mandos use. They can really take a damage to stuff, and it's been reinforced with other material on the inside. You can see the way the thing is put together, that it's highly ambidextrous. It is incredibly agile, can change shape and position, so when it's moving it can become like a spider if it wanted to. You see that it has one injector side and its right hand that looks like it injects. You see like there's like 7 more capsules in the arm that look like some kind of toxin. You also, when you scan the head, you can see that there is it doesn't need lungs, but there are another thing of small capsules that look like they're busted open, and then there's a condenser that allows it to do the breath attack that you saw. You don't know what the neurotoxin is, and you don't know what the paralyzing agent is, but yeah. Looks to be non-lethal, though, strangely. More for subduing.
I will order one of my lab technicians to immediately start testing that. Find me any sort of antidote or way to prevent against its effect. And then as far as the Kyber Crystal, is there any easy way for me to start trying to do any sort of test on it to figure out what the function of it might be?
Yeah, I mean, there's tests. So you try to you scan and you see that the way it's designed. Make a technology check.
21.
Make an intelligence check.
An 11.
Good enough. Because your technology was good enough. The way this thing is constructed, this is just your theory. It's a dampening field. For what, you don't know.
But it's a Kyber Crystal.
It's a Kyber Crystal being used to do it. You hypothesize that this thing would be a terror against Sith and Jedi alike. Because once it gets within a certain distance, the Force becomes irrelevant.
I will ask Talrax to come over close to it and Grim, I'm sorry, I forget your character's name.
Osk.
And I will ask Osk to stand on the other side of the room.
Okay.
Okay, you guys.
Talrax.
Yes.
Do you feel any different as you approach this?
Do I, Mr. DM?
Ranger?
Say that again, I didn't hear you.
Do I feel they're asking me to walk closer to the droid and see if I feel any different?
No.
No?
Mm-mm. Not at the moment.
Why should I?
Ask, during the battle, did you notice anything odd about it?
Yeah, stuff didn't work when I was close to it.
Am I close? How close am I to it right now? Like within touching distance?
Yeah.
All right, I'll try and activate a force power.
Nothing happens.
Something non-damaging and very
It
mild.
does. It doesn't matter. Nothing happens.
Yeah, I just tried to do a mind control on someone.
I think that these are specifically designed to combat force users.
Okay, I step away from it. Who all is in the room right now?
Everybody.
We need to go to our ship. I need to speak with you away from the droid and away from people who should not hear what we are saying.
Before you do that, from say about midpoint to where Ask is, could you try a force use again?
Sure. I try it again.
From what distance?
Splitting the distance from however far Ask would be to it.
Yeah, you were able. You feel your connection to the Force kind of return when you try to use the Force power.
So it's
about, you'd say 15, 20 feet.
So it's like, and it's AOE, and it doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't appear to matter like what type of force power.
No.
So I mean, I try to do something that's not specifically channeling the dark side, just to see if that would have any different effect. And it's all the same.
Yeah, so that certainly means that
It's general.
it's meant to purposely nullify force abilities within lightsaber range of it.
I think I have an idea of what's going on.
I'll look back at my interns and I'll give them a slew of instructions, things to start studying. Anything that can be taken from it as a weapon, like a gas or anything like that, I want analyzed.
That Kyber Crystal, if you take it out, will it deactivate the dampening field?
I won't know until I can study it further.
And get into it's going to be extremely complicated. It's pretty protected.
And the doctor left rather quickly, and specifically not willing to discuss anything of it with us.
And we're not allowed to destroy it, otherwise our Moff will kill us.
Yeah, she wants answers. So, and he can't give specifics because you guys understand this is a military operation.
I think he is hiding more than he is leading. He is, from what I can tell, being truthful, but there is more going on here. Otherwise, he would have been completely forthright. This is the problem.
That's not what you got from that. I mean, you're a military person. You know that unless you are on the know to know, you don't get to know.
Well,
then it's exactly what I said. Then it's exactly what I said.
Are they designing these to fight the Jedi or to fight us?
Exactly. There's something that even the Moff doesn't know. So it's above her head, or she's not saying.
Well, unfortunately, you also have to take into account that for those of us that aren't Force users, essentially Force users are two sides of the same coin. It's very difficult to battle one without being able to battle the other.
This is something that the Council needs to know about.
For now, we need to wait until we can discuss this further. No one needs to know. We'll follow the Moff's instructions.
And follow what Talrax said. Maybe we should have a bigger discussion away from here.
I agree. All right, and I'll just blurt out 1,000 commands to the interns, just having them do every test.
Right, it's going to take a few days for them to
take the time, do it right.
Call us immediately if the droid wakes up.
It's shut down. It's not going to, unless given a command remotely.
And we don't know what these interns are going to do.
Well, remotely nearby, they know that it cannot be activated. It needs a specific type of algorithm command. That's how advanced it is to be activated.
I'll also see if I can put up some sort of maybe a Fermi cage sort of.
Yeah, you have a technology. You can put up some ray shields around it when they're not working on it. So pretty good dampening field. Ray shields are really, really nice.
And if you guys do manage to get it open, I want to take a look at that Kyber Crystal. You might be able to determine where it came from, too.
Agreed. That probably won't be for a few days, though.
We know they're only able to be located on a few places.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So to the ship.
To the ship.
To the Batcave. Da 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 da. You guys all gather back into the ship.
Was there anything else that you got, Talrax, that you wanted to discuss away from there?
Yes, I believe we need to contact a certain ninth cipher. That is why they were looking into this. That is why my master is looking into this. It is something to do with that. They need to know what we just saw.
Very well. It would be good information for the cipher to know that her force powers would not be useful against this thing.
Exactly.
Well, you have no way of reaching the cipher, I don't believe.
We don't have contact.
Not directly. Not
No,
directly to the
You'd have
cipher.
to talk. You have to contact your
Talk to the master.
Master, yeah. That's what I mean, yeah. But I mean, and that's why what I'm saying is that's why she was looking into this. I'm assuming it's something to do with this unique ability of this and this unique construction.
I don't know if we need to. I don't know if Moff Barbar wants us to leave immediately, and this is probably not something we want to send over a communication. So maybe we should try to set up an appointment with your master as soon as possible and make sure Barbar knows that we're leaving to do a quick investigation.
So DM, I'm not saying this out loud, but would I even want the Moff to know that we are in contact with my master and a certain sect of intelligence, basically? It seems like some fishy stuff, basically.
That's your call. I'm not going to tell you which way to go with that. I mean, Grand Moff Babar is who you work for, but you tell her not to tell her is up to you. It's a character-driven decision.
I say I would like at least a moment to meditate on and ask the forces to what we should share as to and how we should approach the situation leaving this.
All right, so you go to meditate. What the rest of you guys do?
I will go back to the lab and start trying to assist as much as possible and see what I can discover from this.
Okay.
In particular, I'll be looking to see if there are any sort of safety protocols against removing the Kyber Crystal.
Okay.
I'm gonna go and talk to study the droid.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the training room and go beat the crap out of some dummies for a while because Asuka's pissed off. Really pissed off.
So are you saying Asuka's mad?
A Trandoshan mad? Never.
Oh no, that's an understatement.
There isn't
he's
a form of
radiating dark energy right now. He's so pissed.
there isn't a way to do any type of communication with the Force, like in spells that I can see. Like, there's no way I could get a message to her outside of the normal means of communication.
She gave you a way to communicate with her securely. Only you.
I was even hoping I didn't have to do that. Like, I wanted to just use a Force power that was like, I'm assuming everything's like.
So the Force doesn't
seem like it works that way.
That's not how the Force works.
That's not how it works.
That's not how any of this works. You're unfriended.
I want it to work differently.
She unfriends you.
Need to use Space Google for that.
I know. I want it to be the way I want. Damn it.
But yeah, you can go to your chamber and there's a way to contact her.
Yeah. So I mean, that's probably what I would do, and I don't think that I would even want this to go to Grand Moff. I think I would want to talk to them first, because I don't think that this is an ordinary situation, basically.
All right.
And being a Force person, I think everything's connected, especially the my recent test, how the test ended, as in a Moff went against a Sith and they fought and went against each other. We now have a robot that has Force targeting powers. Something is more than afoot.
Well, so that's what you want to tell them, your master and stuff. So.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm definitely gonna contact her.
Okay, so you reach through, and this this one-way connection you have is a secure thing. When you make it, you have to you kneel in front of this special. You know how to do this. This is mainly just for emergencies, so you know kind of what the deal is, yo. So you kneel.
Okay.
The special projection comes up.
Cool.
And it's her, and she's like, "Ah, my apprentice."
I believe I've found something that you must know.
Do tell.
The droid that we were researching has a Kyber Crystal in its center. It is somehow using it. My powers do not work close to it.
She closes her eyes, and for like a minute she doesn't say anything. She's like, I sense the plot to destroy the Sith. Do you concur?
I say I do as well. And I say I do not sense it as well as you do, but these are the ties that I have. My recent test, maybe how it ended, maybe not, but the result of it, a Moff going against a Sith in a direct confrontation. Those are the things that led me to this conclusion to contact you.
You have chosen wisely, my apprentice. I should say, former apprentice. We are on our way back. Very well. Learn what you can. I will tell this to no one here until we know who we can trust. Keep this to minimum to who you think is necessary. But be wary. The dark side is clouded with the future.
On camera.
I will find it.
Very
The answer.
well. And then she,
I will draw it from whoever holds this secret.
and she disappears.
Alright. So I will send Oscar a communication kind of like on whatever, like his HUD of his visor or whatever to come see me in this chamber immediately.
You've got mail.
I page Ask.
Space mail.
You really want to die, don't you, Finn?
Yeah, I was gonna say I was trying to like do it in like an immersive way. Dang it.
No,
I'll do it, Finn.
it's called Sith mail.
Osk is not able to respond. Osk,
I was like, dang it!
Almost made it through that.
His
We
head just
almost
blew up.
so yeah.
Like I was on the strain of a cool moment. Come on, guys.
we almost made it through that.
Yeah, Boz was unable to reply. He has the diarrheas.
I don't think that I would trust to tell Durafin, so I don't know that I would tell anyone else other than Osk at this point. What
All right.
my initial findings were.
Osk comes to your chamber after what seems like a long time. He had to spend on the toilet with the diarrheas.
His face is rather green when he walks in.
Which is interesting because my character's immune to poison.
Is that why you were radiating that black? You had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
That wasn't anger. That was just constipation.
As I ask, it is as I assumed. There is something going on here directly opposed to us. I contacted my master, and she said to tell only those who immediately need to know. As far as I can tell, it is you and I. Do you have any suggestions or theories based on what I have now told you?
We'll have to see when Vordu's examinations the droid tell us afterwards, but
I think at the least we can let our companions know that my initial theories are highly likely. That it to further say would probably not be necessary. You know, just go with the least amount told of required.
this would be one of those ones where you do not want to volunteer information.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to not do.
This is a Sith matter now.
Yes. And for some reason, I think that whatever is going on with Durfin may have something ancillary to do this, not directly to do with the situation, but whatever he brought back with him may have something. I don't know. There's a little bit too fishy. That's the way. It's too convenient. The Force does not allow, things like that. Coincidences are usually more than that.
I agree.
I say, and I reach into one of my packs and I pull out the holocron and I say, perhaps I will start with something easy and I will make this unleash its hold on refusing to reveal the information. I will remind it who is in charge of this holocron now.
Well, good luck. Hopefully you don't need it.
I don't.
I will go and let you do your thing.
Yeah, I will. I'll put it away, and when I say, well, at least we'll say something to the others so they are not left wondering for what happened. So we'll go find the rest of the group.
There's DT and Vornu are working on the droid. Finn, what are you doing?
I went with Bornu.
All right, so you're
I'm
guarding
gonna
the
try and watch
droid.
the droid, yeah.
Maz,
I'm gonna take a short rest if I can while watching the droid, basically.
Well, you can't pull guard duty and rest.
I'm not
You can't pull guard duty and
I'm not
rest.
necessarily guarding. I'm just sitting there and
All right,
just
so
staying in the general area.
okay, just stay in the general area.
Not really guarding. I'm just in the area of the droid.
Okay, so you're not guarding.
In case anything happens.
Okay, you're just there in case poop happens.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, you're just making yourself an easy target.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maz, what are you doing? Where'd you go?
I'm near the droid.
You're with the droid as well?
I'm with them, but I'm resting. I'm napping.
Okay, and Corn, I guess you're just recovering from...
I figure I'm in a back to tank soaking.
You're out of the
lower
back tank,
section.
but you're probably just chilling in your room, just kind of like, rest is nice. I want a vacation.
More or less, yeah. I mean, I sort of got comms open. I'm trying to sort of hang out and not be busy, but available for whatever.
Yeah. All right. Easy enough. Do you want to gather everybody again, or what do you want to do here, buddy?
Yeah, I'll gather everybody again and wait for them all to get.
All right, you guys all head back to the ship. You're right there, Corn, because you're just chilling on the ship. And discuss.
I say, I do believe that there is more going on here. My initial thoughts were at least on the right track. That is all I believe that we should discuss openly for now. When we all know more, we can go from there. We need to at least find out as much as we can about this droid and start from there.
Okay. Waiting until Vornu does her thing.
Yeah.
It's going to take you a few days, Vornu, just to get your head wrapped around what you're looking at. And then probably some time after that to dissecting. And even then, you're probably going to need Jaren's help on this one.
Speaking of Jaren Vornu, you are a fan of this man, yes? You know quite a bit about him?
I wouldn't say I know quite a lot about him, but his work is impeccable.
I would like whatever you would call a small amount of information about this man, and I believe if we can launch a semi investigation on where he's been for the last couple of weeks, it might lead us into some initial discoveries. I believe that he did not know, as he said, exactly what happened, but I imagine he was at least being watched. I think it would be wise for us to know more about the situation. Anything will help us.
How much would I actually know about him?
I mean, you've not researched him. You just know you've just had interactions with him. I mean, from what you gather, Vorn, he's been pretty forthright. I mean, he showed you the droid. He didn't have to show you anything, but he showed you the droids, and but I mean, you don't know the guy's background. I mean, you don't know his past or anything like that. You just you had heard of him. Your initial finding is that he's one of the leading in the Sith Chess Empire, one of the leading experts in droid technology, advanced robotics, things of that nature.
I'll convey that to the group.
Okay. So, I mean, if there is anything that is related to the unique construction of this droid that might be related to him, that would be of utmost value.
Everything with this droid will be of his work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's revolutionary, frankly.
To what extent is the assistant also involved in the building of this droid?
I mean, every droid technician works differently, but I mean, if you're an assistant in it, you're going to be very much involved, regardless.
Maybe something else to just keep watch on. I don't know much about her. We don't know much about Jiran anyways. So
well,
if somebody was able to hack this and know that he was the one that was going to use the command, I mean, just keeping eyes open.
Agreed, but I mean, keep in mind also, this is a highly classified military project.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like people working on it wouldn't have been vetted.
It wouldn't be the first time that somebody's infiltrated. Spies are commonplace.
There's also the possibility that you have to look at that this could also be a power play.
Mm-hmm.
The entire empire is based around, well, essentially exactly what the name is, the Sith and the Chiss. It's quite feasible that the non-Sith part of it does want to have a weapon that would be viable against Sith.
The assistant ranger, she was a human?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities of what this could be. Hopefully you find something, Vornu, that can give us an idea. We have more possibilities than answers right now.
I think that one of the other things that we should keep in mind is this droid is purposely programmed to eliminate opponents as quickly as possible. It certainly did a number on a number of our friends. I am kind of curious as to why its first shot at Commander Jiran was at the shoulder, not at the heart, a few inches further in.
Seem to be mostly non-lethal too.
Make an intelligence check there, Vornu.
God damn it. Nat 1, 5.
You had like this brilliant moment, and then you literally farted. And everyone's like, "God damn, Vornu, what the hell?"
Yeah, we're like trying to have an RP moment here, and we just keep getting screwed by dice.
Hey, could be worse. You could roll 3 1s in a
I'm
row.
including that in here. Yeah.
Oh my
It was
god!
gonna be a cool scene until you rolled 3 1s.
And literally, Vornu went, "I've got a."
I would very much like tacos for lunch.
So what exactly did Vornu say? Just so I know.
Nothing. It just farted. It started and farted. Nothing happened.
Okay, so she started a thought and then it just straight up farted.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was not expected. Vornu looks.
Do we need to get you new pants for a different reason, Vornu?
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
I can't
Every battle,
believe
one way or
these
another.
Ones, man.
One way or another. Every battle.
Roll 20. Why is your dice roller evil?
At the worst times. Hey, it did give you a lot of good rolls for the technology checks, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a 25 and a 30 and
And a natural 20. Yeah. That was clutch. Okay, so we'll wait for you, Vornu.
I will continue to have my interns running various things, but I do want to start looking myself at the targeting systems of the droid. In particular, the priority in which the droid selects targets, and where on a target and how the targeting computer decides to aim shots.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was very odd how it just did things that disabled us and that did not finish us off. Yeah, it could have very easily, after it paralyzed me, just, take a vibrobraid and run me through, but it moved on to someone else.
Well, because it was probably looking at a priority of who to neutralize. Once somebody is neutralized, it's easy to go back and dispatch them. But if you have 5 dangerous targets, you neutralize the most dangerous ones first.
I would have
And you
finished
can
me off.
circle
I would have finished me off.
Yeah, wouldn't neutralization be the easiest if you eliminated them?
It can be, but at the same time, I mean, let's face it, Talrax can take a bit of a beating.
Well, what I did notice is that it shot something at range to Korn, but for the rest of us, it was actually moving closer to us. It had some electricity around it too.
Makes an intelligence check, Finn.
Okay.
Come on, big money, big money.
3! I rolled a 2!
Wow.
Not a natural
Not
1!
a natural fail.
Not a natural 1!
Pretty bad.
Darfin, you're pretty sure you farted, but it didn't make a noise, so you're trying to see if no one else will notice it. Everyone make a perception check.
Smell check.
I'm gonna try to
What
deceive
these
him too.
rolls?
14 on the deception. I'm trying.
20 on perception.
17.
You all are getting the whiff of gas, but you don't know who did it.
I will walk over to the window in my office and slowly start to open it.
Apparently lunch got to both
What
of you.
is going on with these rolls?
Roll 20 is just awful today.
Roll 1 now. If they're gonna rebrand.
Someone passed gas again. You all look at Vornu.
No
because
kidding. Rebrand it.
Vornu just passed it before openly this time. Everyone's looking at you like, really?
I will always own up to something as impressive as that. That was not mine.
Just gonna kind of look at the droid again.
I'll turn on a small fan that I have next to the window.
Just as you're doing that, you see the attendant has got some tissue in its nose. She's like, she has this look of terror in her eyes. She's like, ma'am, you need to come see this.
I will stop by my desk and pick up a bottle of body spray first and then follow her out.
And it was just like, shh.
5 or 6 squats behind my shoulder.
Yeah.
You get the bottle of Vibroax.
I love this one. It's the Tatooine peach scented one.
Yeah. You walk over and it's like this is incredible but terrifying. And she shows you like smaller things. It's just like we were looking at how we can get into the crystal, and then she shows you like these small little things. They are small detonators. So it's a protection protocol. And then she shows you this other thing. If we try to remove this without knowing how to, boom.
What's the explosive yield on it?
Not.
I believe it was
heavy.
left here on purpose at this point.
She says, "No, Lord Sith, it was not. It is a failsafe. So in case someone tries, like if the droid ever got captured, and you try to go in there and just and like take it apart to learn about it, it will self-destruct. The potency is not that strong. Like it would blow up enough to kill everybody in the room, but nothing more than that. So its mainly purpose is."
Do you need this person to continue speaking, Vornu?
She looks at
Very
him.
much so.
I outrank you, Sith. Damn, just because I'm the assistant, don't treat me like a butthole.
That does not mean I need to be nice either.
She just looks at you like, and rolls her eyes like, my God, and then just goes back looking at it.
Talrax, do you know how difficult it is to go and get interns with the GPA that she had? Just calm down.
Very well, very well. She does seem like she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, thank you. And she looks at you and whispers, "He's so sensitive. I hate Sith."
They have their uses.
You said with the GPA she had.
Well,
in a
she
past
graduated.
Yes. She was educated, yes. She wouldn't be here.
I took her specifically because her GPA went from a 4.0 to a 1.2. I could pay her very little. She pledged a sorority, and all of a sudden...
Oh, so she just pops up. I like poop. Moving on.
Particle physics was not her thing.
But she adjusts her spectacles again and is like, we can scan and schematic and do some things. We were able to remove the toxin. She said we've been able to pull the capsule. The gas, we were able to get some residue. Knockout gas. Non-lethal, but potent. The neurotoxin is pretty common. It's potent too, but not lethal. I think these are some of the countermeasures to. And she said, I hypothesize the droid, when it uses this, is just to, like, for escape, evasion, moving from target to target just to get away or do whatever it's supposed to be doing.
Commander Duran left the pad with us or not?
If there is any way to determine if there is any type of communication that may still be active on this droid, do something offside the ship, that would be highly valuable as well.
We have not discovered anything like that. There's no, and she's
if
under ray shield, so
any signal
signals
would be also extremely important.
Talrax, I have
ray shields.
multiple shields erected around it in order to keep that from happening.
Wonderful. Maybe.
Commander Duran left the data pad, is correct?
Yeah, and it's basically just a command pad. It doesn't. You've been kind of looking at it. It doesn't have any files other than things pertaining to the droid. It doesn't have any kind of communications or anything like that. This one's specifically designed just for routines, subroutines, protocols for the droid, for activation, things of that nature. It's for things.
So it's essentially a remote control?
Pretty much.
Can I back all the way out to, like, the initial menu?
Yeah. Pretty. It's it looks like it's funny because it's jarbled, but when you look at it more, the way the files are structured, it looks, but from the initial eye, like what a mess. But then you like look at it, it's like, this is his mess, because you think this is how his mind would work, like how he would keep things in a certain order and stuff.
Am I able to tell, are there multiple models?
From this droid, no. From this information,
From
no.
the remote control, more?
No, there's not. There's nothing like that in this.
Okay. I was hoping it was like a universal remote where it's like, pick the
No,
model
it's
of
definitely.
TV.
This is definitely not that kind of thing.
Alright. Alright. I'll look at the interns. Continue with non-invasive scans only. Do not open any part of this that is even remotely associated with any of those detonators. I only want one person within 20 feet of it at any time.
You see that there are now guards posted inside there. There's 4 of the Special Forces guys in there.
I'll reiterate it to them as well. Say, stay within the room, but as far back as you can.
They say, yes, ma'am.
If this thing blows up, I don't need all of you dead.
They just salute, acknowledging your orders.
Furthermore, I want as detailed a analysis of the knockout gas. Can we possibly go and get some way to, in advance, annihilate its ability to affect any of us?
She's like, not really. She's when the other lady speaks up, she's more of a biomechanical engineer. It's like, I mean, knockout gas and this kind of it works. There's like, I mean, you can give yourself like antidote just in general stuff, but I mean, those are only temporary, right? So, I mean, if you know you're gonna be facing them in battle, and she kind of looks over, it's like, wait a minute, and she goes over to her desk and behind it, and she comes back, she's like, yeah, if you're going to face these in battle, I guess you can take this with you. And she just hands you 2 injectors, and it's just like, just inject this. It'll prevent the gas or the paralyzation. It'll still hurt, and it can still do damage, but it will keep you from the effects from taking hold.
Excellent. I want you to start to mass produce this.
It's already mass produced. She's looking at you confused, like it's common stuff. It's just you can only be like temporarily like just take this, you'll be good.
Okay, so it's like a
it's
generic.
good for now.
Yeah,
It's like a temporary.
Yeah, it's a temporary thing, but like, I mean, barring some major medical stuff, that's not how it works. And she's,
right,
and then she starts. Well, of course, there's some races that are just immune to these kind of things, and you're like, okay, I don't need the whole history lesson here.
All right, I'll at least tell her, make sure that she requisitions 100 doses of it.
Shall be done.
Excellent. Other than that, I want as many schematics drawn of this thing. I want to know weak points, vulnerabilities, anything that could be useful if this thing wakes up and we need to neutralize it quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll walk back to my office with the others.
All right, you go into your secure office.
I think that one of the things that we will need to determine quickly is, could this possibly be an infiltration unit?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wouldn't the reaction of an infiltration bot that got caught in the way that this one did maybe want to return or leave rather than trying
it doesn't think it's caught at this point.
I shut it down before it was able to.
Because of some
it
amazing
was still attacking us.
Because of some goddamn amazing rolls. It didn't get to that point because of some goddamn amazing rolls from Warnu.
Well, I'm saying it was trying to attack us. Wouldn't have retreating been more something for an infiltration bot?
Yeah, it could have escaped, possibly, is what you were saying.
Well,
it's confusing
could
because
also
it
be an
could have killed us.
assassination droid.
Yeah,
Could be.
it's like half of the other and not complete.
It could have just blown up and taken us all out.
The explosives charge that it carries wouldn't be powerful enough to guarantee it.
But it could have destroyed itself if that really was an infiltration bot not to be caught.
We
don't
didn't
know.
give it the chance to do that.
Yes, you don't. We don't know what the timer was on that, right? That's something.
And Vornu,
I look at it
if this
way.
was your creation, would you have left it on a Star Destroyer with someone else while you figured it out away from it, or would you have taken it with you? It still seems rather odd.
That's why I don't necessarily think that Commander Duran is the source of the issue with this. But he's certainly valuable enough that if you're the one running the operation, make it look convincing. This way what you can do is usher him away where he's out of the public spotlight. Anybody who's been poking into this is dead. You're able to continue on with working with these things as you please. The fact that Talrax's master doesn't even necessarily have an easy method of getting into this program. We haven't heard of any other Sith really involved in it. This very well could be a plot against the Sith portion of the Empire.
No.
As we said, there are so many possibilities. It's quite crazy. We are not able to eliminate anything until we find out basic information.
Do we know exactly who is the Sith in charge of the fleet that these were going to? Was that Talrax's master or not?
No, it was not.
Was this one going to?
It wasn't going to the third fleet?
Yeah, but you don't know who this. You don't know who that Sith was. I gave you the name, but he was the guy that could sense things. Right? He didn't run into him, so.
Yeah, we never actually encountered him, but yeah, there wasn't.
Yeah, he had like empathy or something, or like he could sense things.
Mm-hmm.
We may need, through perhaps higher-ranking members of the Sith Order, to determine whether or not he is aware of any of this.
Well, Talrax and us. I don't know. Is it possible that there would be a Sith potentially in line with this to eliminate other Sith and be the wielder of power?
It's hard. It's hard to say one, but it's probably unlikely because the very device you're creating could be used to destroy you. So most likely, Sith would not be creating that. From what I know, I don't know if I'm actually speaking truth though. Logic, I'm just using.
So maybe it's best we don't communicate at all until we at least finish the initial analysis.
I agree.
Well, I just think that at least
is probably a logical conclusion.
Starting to at least rummage around, see if there is any connection. One of the easiest things to figure out would be if this Sith is not involved, wouldn't the Sith in charge of a fleet normally be at least knowledgeable of every program going on within that fleet?
No. You misunderstand how the Sith are liaisons to each fleet. They work in conjunction with the military, but they have their own will as well. So the Sith conduct their own operations, but they also work with the military. So their capital ship that runs alongside the fleet is at the disposal of the military, but also is independent, right? The only person that reports, there's structure to that, right? But on the battlefield, the Sith will only answer to the highest ranking commander that they're assigned to, unless it's a Sith, but usually a Sith's on the battlefield. There is organization, but typically the Sith answer only to high-ranking military members, and then towards the structure of command in the Sith, right?
Okay. So then the highest-ranking Sith within the fleet that's that liaison, do they function as a parallel officer?
Yeah, the overall... So Sith are more your... so in the fleet, they're there for like ground assaults I mean, you kind of know this. You're in the military. So the Sith operate as they're the infiltrators or the ground assaults. When they go into a planet, the Sith will go in with the troops to do what they need to do. They work with special forces to infiltrate assassinations, things of that nature, right? They also have special ships that they fly along with the fleet. But the fleet itself, military command and structure, troops, things of that nature, are handled by the generals and the grand admirals.
Okay, so what I'm asking is, the Grand Admiral or the Moff that's in charge of the fleet, is the top Sith attached to that fleet at a parallel rank to them?
Yeah, they work in conjunction, but I would say the Moff usually has a higher authority. The only ones that Sith level for a Moff would be someone on the Sith Council.
Okay, so if the Moff is taken out in combat, would that Sith be able to assume command
They
of the
can
whole
assume
fleet or not?
temporary command, yes.
Okay.
There would be a decision between the Sith and the Exo. Usually the Sith would give, especially if it's a fleet battle, depending on the situation, the Exo, the executive officer, or the Sith could take charge depending on circumstances.
Okay.
I would say it would go Admiral, Grand Moff, either the Vice Admiral or Grand Admiral that's assigned there, and then the Sith could take charge. But typically the Sith will follow what the military is doing. They can operate independently, and they usually operate independently. I mean, a lot of their stuff is classified that maybe only the top brass know about in a fleet.
Okay, so you wouldn't necessarily be sharing all information of the fleet back and forth between the Sith and the Imperial officers.
The head Sith and the Grand Moff would talk to each other because they need to be on the same page. They need to know.
Okay.
They would know, but their subordinates may not know like what the hell's going on unless they're supposed to know what's going on.
Okay, so that's why I'm saying that it's possible that if this head Sith attached to that fleet has no idea about these battle droids,
right,
it could possibly be being kept from them on purpose.
Could be. That's a possibility. Just because that's the way it's supposed to work doesn't mean that's how it is working.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to bring about. I
Okay.
just didn't know how to word it right.
So. We got there eventually.
Okay, so in character, I'll say all of that.
So that may be the case, but maybe it's in their best interest to also not know. We know that at least the Third Fleet had the crates that we were unable to open, that we no longer have tracking of. It is possible that these could be some of the stuff needed to assemble a droid similar to this, and if a Sith knew and arose suspicion, might put him in more danger as well. If they do indeed have a droid like this on the Third Fleet, because we still do. I mean, we haven't found anything one way or the other, but if Grand Moff Bacane is somehow behind all of this, then we might need to be a little careful.
In the data pad that was left by Jiran, it has the basic schematics of the droid or not?
Yeah.
Can I compare them to what I've already seen with the scan? Is that Kyber Crystal part of the original basic schematic?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any massive differences between this droid and the schematic?
Make a technology check. That's a little different.
16?
Can't tell. Doesn't look like it, but you're not sure. Again, this is advanced stuff even for you.
Yeah. Alright. I will take a super nerd GPA intern girl,
Mm-hmm.
and I will put her specifically on comparing the scans to the data pad.
Oh, yeah, she's eager to do it. This is why you hired her, and that's why you like her.
Go get them. I'll sort of tap her on the shoulder and do one of those sports.
No, she just
ball
sits down, and you see simultaneously she has on two different keypads, just with four like.
I'll tap Talrax and say, "That's why we keep her around."
Oh, I listen to you.
I know. I just like to brag about my interns. Does anyone else have any ideas? Were there any particular weapons people found worked better against it?
I was able to hit it pretty well.
It seemed like the people that had blasters,
It did.
it went
seem to
straight
go
for them
after
and
Talrax.
ignored everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Allowed me to take a few shots on it though.
The dresser, it did seem as if you managed to annoy it pretty thoroughly when you hit it.
Yeah. I'm just kind of wondering, is anybody gonna come looking for this thing? If they know we
Well,
have it. Who knows
It was
we
given
have
to
it?
us as a gift temporarily.
Hmm.
What I would say that we should probably be on the lookout for, though, is that if Jiran wasn't the one that wanted it to kill all of us, as it seems, they very well may be sending an assassination party after it.
Mhm.
So,
Do we know that Maz's character can do that analyze thing?
I
No.
can.
No, we just saw her put her hand on.
Yeah,
have no
she hasn't
idea.
done that in any combats before this or talked about it or anything.
No,
Okay.
and just because you see her touch something doesn't mean you understand that that's what she did.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I was asking if we had seen her do that, like
No,
before she
and
punched
she
a
does, and
creature
she has not
before.
told you she can do that, so you have no idea
Okay,
about that
okay.
capability.
Cool. No worries. I was just checking.
Maz's secrets.
Well, I wanted to do it again, but it didn't net me any information the first time.
Well, it blew up your brain. Actually, it netted you a lot of information.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
true. I guess.
Some would say it was a shocking experience.
Jeremy, you're on a timeout for the rest of the stream.
jeez. So,
Hey, that's a good thing. I've been rolling nothing but ones.
Yeah, I know. It's true. If there's
No,
any time to take a
he
time
just
out,
said you're on a timeout. You still have to roll. You just can't talk.
Yeah, you roll from the corner. Just throw it
Yes.
really far away.
Mhm.
Dude, if my dice would have rolled those suckers would have been like, I would have been out on the porch with the blowtorch.
Oh yeah,
melting them.
they're
yeah.
getting.
Yeah,
dice
I would have
immediately.
melted a dice that rolled that too. My God.
Yes.
Yeah, all of us would have done more than put it in dice jail.
yeah,
Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
that goes straight to dice death row.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Pedestra does bring up a good point. So I know everyone is to stay away per your orders, Vornu, but I will remain in this room with the droid just to be safe.
I definitely think that we need to post more guards tonight.
And I think your idea of physical or barriers that aren't necessarily used to defeat the droid but raise shields and things like that will probably be the most successful. Physical barriers, things like that. 'Cause it at least should, if a wall is in front of it, logically it's not going to phase through it. We don't think it's a phasing droid.
Just in your office, the intern calls you over like, ma'am.
That
Yes.
droid just phased. I'm ejecting myself out of the airlock.
Come here, please.
Better not.
Walker, which intern is this?
The glass one.
The girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you guys come to the office, you see her standing up. You see everybody standing up as this droid is sitting up and just looking around.
It broke through the shackles.
No, it's still shackled, but it's literally sitting up. It can't move, but it squirms.
So
its
it's
way
still like shackled down, but it's like trying to lean up type thing.
Yeah, just it's able to do it because it's able to contort itself, but it's just its head's moving around.
And it's also got 4 restraining bolts
Vornu?
on it.
Yeah.
Color of the
I
eyes.
thought you said that thing wouldn't turn back on.
Everyone back up.
What is the color of the eyes?
White.
I will start to slowly walk towards the droid with the control pad in my hand.
All right. It looks at you and says, "Greetings."
I'm going to put my
Greetings.
fingers up to my lips to everybody else, not to say a word around the droid.
What is your designation?
I am 2. And you are, you see its head, it kind of twitched a little bit. Commander Vornu?
Yes.
Am I speaking correctly?
Yes. Your basic is very, very well programmed.
I can speak any language. If you prefer, I could change it to something. Would you prefer Chiss?
No, basic will suffice.
She just looks around.
Do you know how you got here?
I remember I was to do a demonstration for you.
Very good. I will look over at the glasses-wearing intern.
She's just got her hands up like, what the fuck?
I'll sort of put my hand up at a calming, and I'll look at her and say, make sure all of this is recording.
She just looks at you like she pushed the button and she's still looking like, what the fuck?
And make sure that all of the basic non-invasive diagnostic stands continue to run. And I will turn back to 2.
I am curious. Why am I restrained?
Do you recall the demonstration or not?
Processing. It seems I have damaged memory nodes.
It would appear that someone may have tampered with your programming.
Verifying. You're correct, Commander Vornu. I have been tampered with.
Are you able to determine who tampered with you?
Running diagnostics. Unable.
Are you able to determine what commands were given to you through that tampering?
She head goes down like she's processing. Yes, simple basic structures. I was to put on a demonstration. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's freaking you out because it blinks. Its facial movements and stuff are pretty lifelike.
Now, 2, do not process too fast with this. Within your basic programming, are there any individuals that you are not permitted to harm?
Processing. Commander Jaren.
What would happen?
Processing. I have a whole list. I can send it to you. Well, I cannot send it to you, but it would take a while to say the names. Processing. Certain individuals, I am guessing military by name and rank designation. And then she just looks at you.
What should happen if you were to harm one of those individuals?
I am unable.
And that is through your base programming?
Yes.
What if I were to tell you that the tampering with your memory caused you to harm one of those people?
Processing. I am unable to kill them. I can still hurt.
How advanced is your targeting matrix?
Confused. Explain.
I will reach into my pocket and pull out a pen. I'll say, if I were to hand you this, and then if I were to flip this coin in the air, would you be able to hit this coin with this pen if you threw it?
Yes. I could also tell you how many times the coin flipped.
So your targeting matrix is very advanced.
Yes.
Have you ever missed a shot you have taken?
Processing. Unable to understand. Lacking memories.
Lacking memories. Do you know when your memory was tampered with?
Yes.
When?
Processing. 3 days ago.
Do you know where Commander Jaren was when your memory was tampered with?
Processing. I do not.
Was your memory tampered with remotely or directly?
Processing. Unable to determine.
Well, two. A number of things occurred when you arrived here with Commander Jaren for the demonstration. It did not go well. Commander Jaren was injured in the event.
Understood.
You were to remain here while he recuperates.
Understood. I am programmed to protect and serve all military members of commander level or higher, if so designated.
Excellent. Would I be able to add names to your list of people you are not allowed to kill or harm?
Processing. Yes.
Excellent. I will then add the name of every person in this complex right now, including the Special Forces security members, our whole party, my interns, so that they're all covered on it.
It happens instant. She starts processing. Only able to comply with 75% of the list of names you give. There are non-military personnel. I am unable to comply with that request unless given a more specific, higher-ranking order. My apologies.
What level of command would you need that order from?
Processing. Admiral level, Fleet Admiral, Grand Admiral, Grand Moff, Sith Council.
Sith Council?
They are part of the structure of the military.
Excellent, that is good to know. Have you ever met a member of the Sith Council?
I have not.
Is Grand Moff Baber on your list of names that you're not allowed to harm?
Yes.
I'll turn to the group. Does anyone else have questions for our guest?
I do. I want to touch it, and analyze it again.
2. This is Vidressa. She is
Female.
a member of
Talrax.
Yes, she is.
Class designated warrior. Melee combatant.
She would very much like to touch you.
Why?
She's an admirer of how lifelike your complexion and design is.
You are lying.
If I were to order you to allow her to touch you, she will not harm you. Would you comply?
Yes.
I will signal over to Vidressa to approach slowly.
You approach the ray shields.
I will lower a section of the shield so that the two of us can step inside and then re-raise the shields behind us.
She looks over. A moment, Pedestra. I must turn off my defensive protocols or you will be damaged. You may proceed.
So I'll just reach out and touch her shoulder.
Okay, what are you trying to find
Its
out?
shoulder. Well, if I want to see the difference from the last time,
Total
if
difference.
I can. Pardon?
Total difference.
And if the item was created by a power, well, I guess we don't.
No, we won't know that.
And if any powers are affecting the item.
Hard to tell. But feels from your touch before like it's weird. It feels like any other droid you touch, but you get a strange sensation of sentience and of a being at the moment, even though you're looking at a droid.
Well, do I get any insights into its capabilities?
Yeah, superhuman strength, incredibly durable, has dual laser cannons inside its shoulders that can pop out and shoot. It has the other stuff that you picked up before.
What about the Kyber Crystal situation?
You cannot figure that out. It's beyond you.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
I'll reopen the shield, step out with Fidestra. Reapply the shield.
Okay.
2,
Yes, Commander Vornu.
I've been authorized to do some research on you, or at least your type of mortal droid, for a number of reasons. One, just it always helps to be peer reviewed, but also
You are lying.
that I've been authorized to study you.
No, not that part. The peer review? That's bullshit. She can tell when you're lying.
All right. Essentially, due to the unfortunate events that happened at the demonstration. So I'm going to ask you some direct questions regarding that.
I will try to comply.
Had you rehearsed for the demonstration?
Rehearse. Practice. Yes, but it was a part of my normal routine process.
So it was something that you do repeatedly?
It was a part of the structure that I had been programmed with. I did not need to rehearse, as you state, as it was already something I was capable of doing.
Have you participated in these sorts of demonstrations in the past?
No. I have done these before in the Dr. Jaren's lab.
Would Dr. John always run you through the same exercises at these demonstrations?
It was not a demonstration. He was testing my capabilities to make sure things were working correctly.
But would he always use the same procedure?
Processing. Yes. If I was able to execute to his satisfaction, then we would move on to something else. If not, then test and analysis would be done, and then corrections made, and then I would do it again.
What was the first activity he would have you do at each of these sessions?
It looks confused. Be more specific.
Would he always start you with a backflip?
No. The first thing memory was to learn to talk.
You do that very well.
We spent many months working on my speech pattern and comprehension.
Do you know the purpose of the large crystal that is in your chassis?
Yes,
What sort of crystal is it?
I am unable to tell you.
And why is that?
You are not authorized.
Is it a rank classification, or...?
I am unable to answer your question.
Are you able to tell me the purpose of that crystal?
I am unable to reply to your question.
Well, fine, I'll ask it. Do you know about the crystal in your chest?
I am unable to reply to your question.
Maybe the Sith Lord thing might actually work.
Do you recognize this person? And I'll point to Ask.
Sith Lord Osk, Trandoshan, starts going through your entire history. Born on this date, starts spouting out stuff. Battles you completed in, wields double-bladed lightsaber, Sith class, and then finishes. Yes.
Can you answer the question about the crystal to him?
I am unable to reply to your question.
It would appear none of us are of a high enough rank.
I believe Grand Moff Babar would suffice. Perhaps we should get her down here.
I'll slowly approach Vornu, and after Talrax says that, I think the coding is still there from what it was before, right? We haven't changed it.
We haven't changed anything. It simply seems to have awakened.
So maybe it's best we get everyone out, or make sure they know not to say a single word to this, because that command error is still there, right?
You neutralized
Two.
it.
If given
It's
a
already been
command.
neutralized, Werner. You took care of it.
Two,
Yes.
how did you activate yourself?
Backup protocols.
What do those protocols involve?
When I am shut down, confused, basically backup systems were activated.
By yourself or someone else?
Myself.
Are you still detecting any trace of the tampering with your systems?
Diagnostic. Remnants from memory loss, but no other sign.
How effective are those restraining bolts on you?
The bolts would not work. The ray shielding will.
Do you have any weapon systems still active on you?
Not active, no.
I will signal over towards the intern with the glasses.
She's just sitting with her mouth open, then she kind of wakes up from it like, yeah.
I'm just going to call this girl Marcy.
Okay.
Marcy.
Yeah.
I want you very much to contact Commander Jones.
Sure. She leaves to go contact Commander Jones.
And, let me tell you what to tell him.
Oh, that would, yeah, it's kind of important.
I want you to ask him simply if the backup protocols of bringing itself back online is a standard thing for droids that have been deactivated.
Alright.
Hurry along, Marcy, and come back quickly with an answer.
She goes, jets off.
Two, if Grand Moff Babar were to come down here, would you have to answer every question she asked you?
Yes.
What if she simply appeared on a holo screen?
No.
I will point at another intern. Come here.
The other girl comes over. Yep.
Okay. Patty, I will need you to... I will need you to scurry over to the Grand Moff's office and as politely as you can give her a brief update on the situation here. Tell her that our guest will answer any question that she would pose to it.
Just as she starts saying that, you see guards come walking in, and Grand Moff Bavar comes in, and she's like, I've been notified that our guest is awakened.
Yes,
you see everybody
she
in the room
has.
salute and get to a position of attention.
I will tap Patty and say, "You're safe. Go stand against the wall again."
You hear a little
That
squeak.
is so much better than what I was picturing Patty about to do. Oh my god, the robots come to life! They're all like running down.
The sky is falling! Ah!
We're all gonna die!
Everyone's just like
All is
freaking out.
lost! All is lost!
Breathing in and out of a paper bag when she gets to the office.
Yeah.
Well,
She just holds up her hand. I was listening to the conversation.
oh, wonderful.
She just steps past you. Good work. She kind of turns her head to you.
Oh, thank
Number
you.
2. Yes, Grand Moff Bavar. What is your function? Infiltration, surveillance, assassination, termination, security, protection. You see Babar kind of thinking, what is your mission? And the droid just kind of tilts his head. Explain. Bar kind of looks at you and goes, well, I have to rethink how I'm going to ask this question then. Just like, what is your purpose? Understood, Grand Moff Bavar. Purpose to follow high-ranking individuals in the success of the overall objective. And Warner, you see this, but nobody else because you're standing next to her. And what is your purpose? 1. Protect the Chiss Empire at all cost. Processing. And then she slowly turns her head. The destruction of the Sith. And that's where we're going to leave tonight's episode.
Wow.
Well, that's all right then.
So happy I'm not a Sith.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Wow.
Yeah.
Sucks to be you guys.
Yep.
all of a sudden, it's a light side campaign.
And partially maybe sucks for me. I don't know how I fit into that. So yeah.
They're just gonna
Partial suckage for me.
lobotomize you.
Yeah, I know. Partial suckage for me. Full suckage for Oscar and
Hey,
Talrax.
we'll just be like, oh, hey, you want him, and point at Finn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have the best Sith right up here. Wait, no, I shouldn't say that. Run away.
It's alright. Oski 1 Kenobi is gonna run off to a desert planet.
Screw that. I'm going to buy a YT 1300 and become a smuggler.
Dr. Feelgood, Patty, Marcy, report to Captain Linus on the double.
I kind of figured that was coming next.
I was kind of
exactly where I was
hoping
going.
it would go for like
Mhm.
Laverne and Shirley or the Golden Girls or something like that.
I thought you were gonna go Velma after Marcy.
Oh, God.
It's alright, eventually when I go and get Ensign Pigpen. That's what everything is.
Or just go like through the whole thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God. All right, so we'll continue this on next session.
And really quick, guys, we're gonna be on Twitch here in a little bit. We're gonna do Grand Theft Auto tonight for Sunday Night Gaming, and pretty exciting, we are currently at 999 followers on Twitch.
Oh.
Are we
So
really?
we are one away from breaking 1,000 followers on Twitch. So make sure you guys come and hang out with us over there. If you're already followed, of course we want you there. And then for those of you that are not, head over there and
For
give
the
us a
love of
follow.
God, someone follow, please, Jesus.
So there you go.
Yeah. Second follow.
All right. So yeah, just wanted to
Yeah,
put
we
that
followed
out.
you
Let me log
once,
into
but
my
what about
account
second
on
follow?
Microsoft Edge, so I can
What
follow.
about second follow? All right.
Yeah,
So,
we've had one follow, but what about second follow? I don't think he's ever heard of
Yeah.
second follow. All right, so we're going to end the stream there. If you guys like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. We've been streaming a lot here. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. They'll go over on Twitch and have some fun. I'm going to take a little break because I have to go do the Remon stream here in a little bit. So once they get done with their stuff, if they're not done, doesn't matter. You can watch us here and then watch me with Remon, Good Old Maurice, and Avinash on YouTube between 10:30 and 11 whenever Remon starts it. And we'll finish the day off there. And then tomorrow we'll be back with more GAC action during the lunch stream for me and then for Finn. And then tomorrow we'll have marbles. That's right, that good old marbles. And if you haven't checked it out, today I did go and get 3 baka. The theme of that stream was Swevin, because I rolled a lot of Swevins during that goddamn
Hey, that's
stream.
better than a 5.
It
That's
really
better than a
was,
5.
man. But I mean, you got to admit, Finn, that was some
7 is the expected. 7 is pretty much the expected.
I
right?
know,
So
but
it's
that
better
was
than the 5.
that was some conspiracy shit, man. That was a lot of Swevins, Finn.
Probably, yeah. You
And-
probably hit a lot of 7s and 12s, right?
No,
That's what-
mainly 7s. I hit 112 and 110.
Okay. I mean, that's
Ouch.
about right if you look at the probability pack, but yeah.
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 It was better. What was the last one I did? Because I had nothing but 5s on
Last
that
time
one.
you were hitting 5s, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that
the
was
ridiculous
really
one.
brutal. I was like, you
Mhm.
have got. Remember, because I finished up like 20 short. I'm like, I got to do some more. I was like, give me a break, man.
Mm.
Oh God, that was bad. Okay, it was real bad. It was not good. It was bad. So. So you guys want to go back and check that out? You can. So little go stream. What time? 8 and 10 minutes.
Since we ran a little extra today, I'm gonna say somewhere around 8:15, 8:30. Give
Okay.
me a little bit of time to get ready. So.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. So go check that out. So on behalf of myself and the crew, have a great rest of your night, and we will holler at you later. Peace out.